So you want to bet? Yeah, you do. That's why you're here, and it's what we do. In fact, that's what we do all the time. We teach beginner and struggling sports bettors how to use positive EV bets and use data-driven tools like OddsJam to profit. And again, my name is Boyd. I'm here to help you get educated, get elevated, and go through a few selections today. Go through some of the explanations, some of the quantitative analysis that we use to identify positive EV plays to profit over and over again. And we'll do this every morning, kind of give you a handful of the plays. I usually, depending on the slate of games, have 15, 20, 25 or more plays. Again, depending on the day, depending on what's going on. But I've got a couple for you today, kind of a light slate here on Monday morning. I'm in Denver, Colorado, so we're at Mountain Time, getting these out kind of first thing in the morning. And I want to also remind you that we do have a free webinar this Thursday. If you want to get signed up, the links are down below. Going to go through more in depth of all the tools, all the resources, all the consulting packages, all the information you might want to take advantage of so you can expedite your learning curve and be profitable as a sports bettor. It's not that hard. It really isn't, but it does take some tools and some education. So if you're willing to do that, you can get this done. So let's take a look at a few picks today. Get going. All right, guys. Again, I do some of the research ahead of time so that when I record these videos, I kind of have a little bit of a jump on this. And I found something I like in the Virginia Tech, Virginia College Hoops game tonight. All right, what I found is I do like this -3 with Virginia Tech, and for a couple of reasons. You have some of the key odds makers here at the 3.5. So by getting that extra little half of that hook down in here, you can see Pinnacle, sharpest sports book in the world, at -121 at 3. I can go over to DraftKings and pick that up at a little better price there at -115. Wanted to open up that chart. You can also see this chart here at Pinnacle. They were at even 119 hours ago, -100, and they've gone up 21 cents. That's a pretty big money movement going that direction. So if everyone and their brother is going that direction on the sharp side of things with a sharp book, I would even consider possibly playing this a little bit at -104 at FanDuel, but certainly at -115 here at DraftKings. I don't have Bet Online, so that would be another consideration with the best price. But I do think this is a game that I'll be playing, and also I like to come over here and show you the charts as well. Best odds -3 Bet Online, but again, I think getting that 3 without the hook is clutch. If you can get that again at DraftKings, I think they're asleep at the wheel, although they have it juiced at -115, so that's kind of a key component. I want to see what Sport Trade opens up this morning at as well, but I do want to point out is, again, this line, as we bump this over, has definitely gone from -2, -3, 3.5, and even when you get to 3.5, that's that second possession, that second ending possession. I just feel like a home game, not a division, but a rival game with these schools. I think it's going to be a heated matchup, and I think that taking that is a good play. Probably won't go too crazy on it, but sort of a mid-level play that we'll be using with this Virginia Tech -3. And you can see the market efficient here at OddsJam as well, bouncing up from the 3 to 3.5. That's a good indicator, especially with all the money going there. So that's what we've got in that first one. All right, another college hoops for you here. We got Bethune-Cookman plus the 5.5. Actually taking that at FanDuel -102, better price than you can get at Pinnacle. And I like the fact that at +6, they're up here at the -117. I think this line is going a particular direction. And, it doesn't totally favor the normal movement we would go with, but I do think that, you could even play this at plus the 2.5 and get even a higher odds number on some of the alt lines. So just a quick, easy play. Not going to go too crazy on this one, but we'll probably use it here at FanDuel -102, best price in the market, best odds, and the average odds -110. Plus, I feel like with bookmaker at -110 up here at +6, that's a good indicator. Plus, you got Pinnacle at -117. So for those reasons, taking Bethune-Cookman plus the 5.5. All right, next up we have K-State versus Texas. I like K-State plus 8.5, and I went ahead and picked them up at Sport Trade here in Colorado. They were at -108, so just a touch better price. I like that price, and so we went ahead and moved on it at plus 8.5. And here's why: Pinnacle, sharpest sportsbook in the world, just a little bit better, but you can see the direction of things. The direction is really what I based this on to say it moved about a dime from 100 to -109. Not huge, so this is kind of I'm not too elated about this play, but I also like the fact that Circa, very sharp college sports books here at the +8, so I'm getting an extra half, an extra hook. So, kind of like that pricing situation. Looked it up also in the charts, and the directions were going really well. Okay, you can see down here that I mentioned Sport Trade. That's where I picked up at the minus 108. I like that price. I like that situation. So again, we're going to show you just say bookmaker and the direction that they're going with their charts. Pull this up pretty flat. Nothing to see there. Kind of just do this as an affirmation or kind of another confirmation. Let's check out the odds jam lines. Yeah, nothing crazy. Again, 8 went down up to 8.5. Kind of got bought back. So again, not really too crazy with this. I just feel like it's a lot of points and something that K-State's going to be involved to be maybe a little closer in proximity. I want to point out too, while we're on this, you can see these line movements, these line changes. So the red means that's the direction it's going. So this line was 15.5. Now it's up to 16. So you can tell what direction the lines are going at certain sports books. So again, this was at 7. Now it's down to 6.5. So what that's telling you is if you like the 7, you better get it because it's coming down. All right. If you like the other side of that bet, it's going to tell you and help you determine which direction things are going. So that's why these colors are really, really important to understand kind of what's going on. Because it'll also show you the price adjustment. So again, this one a little bit earlier was minus 5.5, minus 104. So it's moved a tick that direction. That's okay. I went ahead and took Morgan State earlier, so I got the good price on that. But you can see this is a very helpful chart to watch and monitor and to use to your advantage when you're getting prices. All right, guys, next up here we have Morgan State, Delaware State. I like Morgan State plus 5.5, and there's a couple of reasons here. You can scroll across here and see it minus 119. Pinnacle, excuse me, Sharpest Sportsbook is at minus 119. Checking direction, checking the charts here. They came in. I like this direction. It's at plus 103, has slid down to minus 110. And it's currently at the minus 119. So I like that direction. I like that the money's going that direction. I also feel like you can get this at a better price at minus 110 at FanDuel. And in the meantime, you could probably play it at Sport Trade for plus 4.5 at even money. So I looked that one up as well. I was able to find this also at BetMGM at minus 110 and had an odds boost. So I actually picked this bet up at BetMGM at plus 120. Sweet, because I just got 30 cents difference in price because I had an odds boost benefit coming from BetMGM as a little bit of a bonus or a kicker. So just want to show you the charts here on this. The odds jam perfect line here, you can see how the direction of the market has gone that way. It's kind of gone from 6.5 down to 5.5. So it's going that direction for Morgan State. So again, I do like this bet quite a bit. I think it's mispriced because of the direction everything seems to be going with the tools here. And again, nice little odds boost. Thank you very much, BetMGM. And, I'm going to play a kind of a standard amount. We're getting a little higher payout even over and above because of that. All right, guys, next game up we have here is Iowa State at Houston. Now, the reason I like this game is I like all the points. I mean, this is a boatload of points for a team in Iowa State who actually beat Houston about a little over a month ago in Iowa State by 4 points, 57-53. Now they're getting 9 points on the road. Now, granted, Houston's very strong at home, very strong defensive team, but I like the fact that we get a little bit of an edge here with Pinnacle. You can see the sharpest sports book in the world. They've got some line movement here, minus 102. All the way down to 118, tipped up a tiny bit to 114, but I like that direction of that line and that momentum. I just feel like it's too many points. I feel like Houston as a revenge game will probably get the win here, but I believe I'll go ahead and take the 9.5. And also want to show you over here at the odds. All right, you can see the odds screen here. I check a couple books, bookmaker. Again, pretty sharp sports book in college hoops. They got a little bit of a bounce back. Now, what I think is happening here, this is just my guess. But I think what's happening here is initially this line opened up at 8.5. You see that a lot in the market still. But it feels to me like the early big movers and shakers bet this down all the way, in this case, down to 10.5 in order to buy it back at a better number. I just feel like this is sort of a head fake to where you got a lot of action coming in on Houston really, really early. And then, interestingly enough, it's bouncing back. So I feel like this is sort of the old head fake oppo. You can see that's exactly what we're showing here in the market with Bookmaker, with Caesars, and also with Pinnacle. So that's kind of the feeling that I'm getting here is that they really want the Iowa State side with all those points, but they wanted to bet it down a little bit. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. I'm going to go ahead and play this at the 9.5 or 9, depending on the better number. But I'm taking Iowa State plus the points. All right, guys, going to end this with a player prop for you in NHL and hockey with the Wings and the Kraken. We've got a shots on goal play that I like, and I found it down in here with Kane. I'm going to go Patrick Kane on the over here at FanDuel, minus 113. You can see the play right here. Over 2.5 shots on goal. Best price in the market. Average price minus 123. That's because you have a lot of these, parlay, fantasy parlay, type odds mixed in to kind of screw up the numbers there. But what I do like is I pull up the chart. You can see we've had some sharp action from minus 102 down to the minus 113. So that's pretty good movement. Plus you have a lot of the other sports books, especially Bet Online. They're at minus 119, so I do like this play quite a bit, and I will hit this one for whatever you're comfortable with on a solid unit size. I think this is a nice hockey play to include in today's game. So hopefully this has been very helpful for you. All right, guys, there's a handful of picks. And again, it's kind of a slow, low slate today, so not a lot going on. But we'll remind you that Monday through Friday, and sometimes on Saturdays, we get this out first thing in the morning. And by that, I mean, late morning Mountain Time. So you have enough time to kind of get the information, research it, maybe follow some of the plays if you choose to, and kind of monitor the market along the way. And hopefully you find some good value in this so you can learn how to, hunt and fish for yourself and use these tools, because once you learn how to do it, you really, can cover a lot of ground very, very quickly and profit a lot by building up your bankroll using these tools. And again, if you want to join the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. If you have any questions, leave them down below. And also, if you have any other topics or, jargon or verbiage or whatever in the sports betting world you want me to cover or talk about, let me know that as well. I'd like to get your input and hear your opinions on, any issues or challenges you have in the sports betting world. So I appreciate you stopping by. Again, let's go make some mathematical money.